We can agree to disagree if you want, but I am sharing 10 unpopular fashion opinions, things, and trends that I'm just not on board with, and I have a feeling you might not be either. The last one in particular really irks me, and you'll have to let me know if I missed any on this list. Classic YouTube disclaimer though, I'm not here to offend anyone. It's all fun and game. At the end of the day, you do you. So first up is this whole cropped jeans thing with the kick flare jean and whatever else is going on. Listen, it's cute, but to be honest, I'm so over these cropped jeans. They're just not flattering on a lot of people. The problem with the kick flare is that if you're like not the perfect height, then you have to get them hemmed. Sometimes they look like high water, sometimes they look like they're almost a capri, sometimes they are on your ankle. They just have to hit just right, and it's a little bit of a pain. In general, this look is a little bit hard to pull off, especially if you're more on the petite side. And maybe that's where my personal gripe comes with this, because I am 5'4", and I feel like these jeans just make me look shorter instead of elongating my legs and making me look taller. You can see here that in a pair of cropped jeans, I look significantly shorter than if I'm wearing a high-waisted flare, a boot cut, or even like a wide jean that actually elongates the leg. Moral of the story, I'm just not a big fan of this denim trend because it's not flattering or suitable for a lot of people. It's really difficult to pull off, and you might be able to find something that just works better for you. I'm not gonna spend too long on this next one because I'm sure you're gonna agree with me if you kind of also have the same feminine classic aesthetic that I do. And that's that shackets are like the worst. Shackets are the worst, okay? I am so glad that we're seeing significantly less of them this season. I mean, I hope that they're like a bad fashion memory from years past soon, because I just don't know what the whole shacket thing was all about. Like, I really don't get it. Like, it's a jacket that you borrowed from your boyfriend, but it kind of looks like this flannel shirt, and like, no. It was not cute. I'm sorry, it's not. But just for me, to be honest, I'm just not a fan of flannel anyway. So it's not a big surprise that I always hated this trend. Right, this next one is a biggie. And if you're a millennial like I am, or maybe a Gen X or older, I have a feeling you're going to agree with me on this. And that is that nobody cares what Gen Z has to say or think about our style. I'm sorry. I am just so sick of these headlines saying Gen Z is criticizing millennials for this and Gen Z is criticizing millennials for that. Listen, nobody cares. I'm not dressing for Gen Z, okay? I'm dressing for myself and other millennials. I could care less what the fashion opinion is. A little bit sick of the media trying to pin one generation against another, or insecure people on TikTok trying to kind of shame someone else's sense of style as if you get to a certain age when you're no longer fashionable. That couldn't be further from the truth, and it's just not nice. I just can't stand the way the media feeds into this idea of ageism, like women age and suddenly they become irrelevant and no longer stylish. And that's just not true, and we need to put a stop to that. Let's normalize the fact that different generations dress in different ways, and that's totally normal and totally okay. I don't want to dress like a 20-something because I am in my 40s. I don't want my fashion sense to look like that of a 20-something because I'm not a 20-something. I don't know why this is even a big surprise or so hard to hear. And if you're in your 50s and 60s, maybe you don't want to dress like a 20-something either. And if you're a 20-something watching this, you don't want to dress like I do maybe. I know a lot of it is clickbait and purely for the reactions and TikTok comment and shares and whatever, but I'm just kind of sick of it. You know, like, you stay in your lane and I'll stay in mine. Disagree with me if you want, but dad shoes are dumb. So are Birkenstocks and Crocs, and the whole ugly shoe trend that has been popular for the last few years is kind of ridiculous. If you didn't know, by the way, when this first trend appeared, they actually called it the ugly shoe trend. Like, just think about how that sounds, okay? Like, use your critical thinking skills and think that we intentionally named this trend ugly shoes, and that's what's in style and we're liking now. I don't know. Look, I will admit some of them have grown on me a little bit, and that's just what happens with style and trends, right? Like, you see it enough, and then next thing you know, you're like kind of liking it. I would have never stepped out in a chunky sneaker in the past, and now some of them I'm like, okay, like I can see this, but like for the most part, a lot of them, these big chunky sneakers and slippers and all, it's just not good. Another unpopular opinion is not everybody needs a good button down or blazer. I recently posted a video about how capsule wardrobes are a lie, and I was also talking about decluttering and what people need and don't need in their closet. And the thing is that there's just no like cookie cutter solution. Your life is different than mine, and not everybody needs a button down or blazer. You might live somewhere cold and I live in the desert, and you might go to the corporate office all day long and I stay at home. So it's fairly obvious that what you need isn't really the same thing that I need. And sorry, but not everybody needs a good button down or blazer. They just don't. I know it's a staple. Everybody should have one, but I feel like it's just a generic statement and we can do better. Biker shorts are for biking, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Thankfully, I think this trend has pretty much sunset. I was never able to get on board with this. I feel like the bike shorts and the t-shirt, it was just a sloppy look. And that's that. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're gonna agree with me on this one, and that is that we are entering the era of crop top fatigue. And I can totally see how moving into 2024 and beyond that we're gonna hopefully start to phase these out a little bit, because it's just not realistic for all women, right? It's difficult and frustrating even to find like a normal length top these days. I still think they're gonna be around. I'm still probably gonna wear them, but I feel like brands and designers kind of need to just like calm down a little bit, maybe focus more on tops that skim the waist, maybe having a couple more longer options to choose from. Oversized everything. Listen, this rarely looks good on people, especially on people in real life. It's extremely hard to pull off unless you're 6 feet tall and 110 pounds and walking down a runway. In real life, it kind of looks ridiculous and unrealistic to do this whole baggy on top of baggy thing. It's a no. Speaking of baggy jeans are definitely having a moment right now. I am not coming for baggy jeans. I know I kind of came for the kick flare a little bit earlier. What I'm actually coming for right now is the concept of jean trends in general. I'm gonna say things that, again, is probably an unpopular opinion, but there's no such thing as denim trends, okay? It's all in how they fit and how you style them, and that's it. A trend just really refers to what's readily available for you to buy and what designers are offering up right now. But if you have a killer pair of jeans and style them the right way, they're gonna work in basically any era. The only exceptions that I can really think about are like trends that are not long lasting, like unfinished hems or holes in jeans or a lot of like fraying. I know that that kind of thing goes in and out of style, but you know, like ripped denim, I mean, I have some, but it's just not like a classy and timeless look, and we know that. Same thing with yellow wash jeans. That was a mistake. Or the whiskering, but this is more in the wash and the treatment of the denim than the actual cut itself. I have always liked a bell-bottom flare or like a wide high leg waisted jean for like the last 20 years, even when skinny jeans were like peak trendy at the height of their era. Why? Because they look good on me and my body type, and they elongate their legs. They didn't go out of style. Like, they were just a little less popular for a minute. I actually have a whole blog post that I'll link below and a video on how to make skinny jeans work for you in 2024 and beyond, because even though they're being shamed right now, going back to the whole Gen Z shaming thing, they've, you know, I know that they've said that they're out, but if you want to wear them and you can style them the right way, by all means, like, wear them. Although I will confess, it is good to stay open-minded and try new things. Skinny jeans are hard to pull off. I know that you don't think so, but they actually are not as flattering as a straight leg. Sorry, it's true. You can discuss this with me if you want, but they're just not. So try a straight leg jean if you're trying to evolve into something else, and you might actually like them. And let's just get over the idea in general that there are jean trends. There are no jean trends. There, I said it. It's just how you wear them and how you style them. This next one, I don't even want to give a lot of airtime to, because I mean, I don't know what this is about, but the whole wearing your bikini top upside down thing, like what is that? Like, what is going on there? Really, if you're wearing your bikini upside down, but why? It's not supposed to be upside down. I know it's a cute trend and it's like, whatever. Just wear it the way it's intended to be worn. Anyways, if I've offended you, I'm sorry. That wasn't my intention. I'm just trying to have fun. I would love to hear what some of your unpopular fashion opinions are. Definitely share. I would love to see more of this. I think this is just such a fun conversation to have, and I'd love to hear from you. So there's also much more style videos coming up, and I will see you over here next. Bye.